You're listening to The Alex Jones Show. From his Central Texas Command Center, deep behind enemy lines, the information war continues. It's Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Welcome back to the Alex Jones Show. We're going to go into overdrive and try to take some of the callers who've been on hold. And just before the break, we were talking to Rich in New Jersey. Rich, you were pointing out that as these stories broke about FEMA producing domes, that kind of demonized the whole idea of dome homes. I'm familiar with the company you mentioned. There's a lot of people that make domes. I think it's a very good thing. It's a very energy efficient way to build a home. It makes a very strong home. It makes a home that is safe from tornadoes and that sort of things. And that's what FEMA is saying that they're doing this for. And I guess really, Rich, the problem that people have is with FEMA and not so much domes. And I think if people think that there's something sinister about domes, they really don't understand what's going on. But I do think that we should question the actions of FEMA, because in most cases, they go in and they, in actual emergencies, there's a very good case of it in North Carolina that my son covered, where you looked at two different responses. One of them was large enough that it involved FEMA. The other one was taken care of by local resources. And it was just a world of difference where churches would bring supplies to a parking lot, and the police would guard people from down power lines, but basically not interfere with people. The churches, businesses would bring food in, dump it on church parking lots. The churches and other people would come in and distribute it to the people who needed it. But in other areas where FEMA got involved, they locked everything down, wouldn't let people get to their homes. So I think the problem people have is with FEMA and not so much with the domes, Rich.
Well, David, I agree with you, but domes are like, they're a subject matter that people just like to make fun of, and they don't really have an understanding of all the positive points that you mentioned. They are energy efficient. They are disaster resistant. And I just firmly believe that, a program of rebuilding America with modern structures that are better for us as a people. I mean, most of America is living in houses that were built in the 40s through the 60s.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm a big fan of thinking outside the box, and domes are definitely outside the box. They've got their own unique shape. And, of course, there's a lot of earth berm designs as well that I think are very effective. Thanks, Rich. Let's go to Ned in Oregon. Ned? Oh, okay, we missed Ed. Okay, let's go to Nick in Maryland. Nick?
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much for taking my call. Long-time listener, first-time caller. Just a quick statement here, and then I'll hang up and listen to your response. But someone I subscribed to on YouTube was breaking down Jade Helm. And I just thought it was interesting at face value, where using the first word, obviously, Jade, having references back to the Chinese civilization, even all the way back to 6000 BC. And second word, Helm, obviously for someone who's in control or at the helm. Just wanted to think, I mean, so many times in our history, we've seen all of these drills being run prior to false flags. I mean, I don't know if it could be any more blatantly obvious. And I just thought it was an interesting connection that they had made. I hadn't really heard you guys talk about it, but thank you so much for everything you guys do. You're a real blessing to our country, and God bless you and the whole team down there at InfoWars.
Thank you. Yeah, I have no idea why they picked the terms Jade Helm. I can only speculate. Personally, I look at it and I think Jade Helm, kind of along the lines you're talking about, I think about somebody being jaded to something. That means that they're kind of accustomed to it. And I think that it's clearly an operation where they're trying to get us accustomed to it. That's a big part of the PSYOP. And they admit that this unconventional warfare training is largely PSYOP. They want to get us accustomed. They want to get us jaded to the military presence in our midst. And I think that's a very dangerous thing in and of itself. Thank you, Nick. Let's go to Chelsea in Arizona. Chelsea.
Hello, David.
Hi.
I just wanted to tell you I'm in the funeral industry. And in the last couple of weeks, we've been getting a number of calls from, I don't know what kind of agency they are, maybe statistical or preparedness. I don't know what agency they're from. But
we only got about 20 seconds. Hurry. Yes, what did you get? Calls for what?
That's how many bodies they can put through our crematories in one day.
Really? And you say this is coming from what agency?
Well, I don't know exactly what agency. They won't tell us. When we ask them if this is for, they say if there was some type of...
Oh, very interesting. Well, hang on. We'll talk to you about that. Thank you for listening. We'll be back
Bitcoins.
tomorrow.
But did you know that over 65,000 businesses accept Bitcoins? Listen, if you're already earning Bitcoins or trying to make money in the Bitcoin market, you've got to know
Potent high quality and potent forms of oregano oil on the